Vegas, it's time to rise and shine. And here's your host. Good morning, Las Vegas. It's time to rise and shine. And here's your host. Good morning, Las Vegas. It's time to rise and shine. And here's your host. Good morning, Las Vegas. It's time to rise and shine.
Nashar
And here's your host. Good morning, Las Vegas. It's time to rise and shine. And here's your host. Good morning, Las Vegas. It's time to rise and shine. And here's your host. Good morning, Las Vegas. It's time to rise and shine. And here's your host. Good morning, Las Vegas. It's time to rise and shine. And here's your host.
Let's go, ladies. Just made bail.
It's time to rise and shine.
Hey, I tried calling you earlier. Yeah?
What did they do? Oh, that's not me anymore, okay? There you go, that's me. It's not, yeah, that is not the stream. It is actually.
There it is. There it is. Man,
Welcome to the Rise and Shine Las
welcome,
Vegas.
guys. Good morning.
That's me. Really? It's not that. That is not the stream. It is actually. Oh, whatever. Welcome to the Rise and Shine Las
Welcome,
Vegas.
guys. Good morning.
There you go. I think we got it now. I think we got it. We got it. Wow! Welcome, welcome.
Look, we are back, you guys. I hope you guys liked Tuesday's show. That was really fun. Did you actually get to try the pasta afterwards?
I did.
Okay, good. It was delicious, right?
Okay, I think this is still going. Motherfucker. Welcome,
Look, we are back, you guys. I hope you guys liked
Oh,
Tuesday's
I'm gonna
show.
exit
That was
out on
really
you. There you go. I exit out on it.
fun.
That's the
But
freaking.
what happened to the back screen? We can't even see.
I know it's Maria actually take a long vacation this time, and oh my God, there's a lot that you guys going to. Oh my God, it's gonna blow your mind. I felt like I did okay. I did 20 year of my life in 5 days.
Welcome to COVID season. That's awesome. She's got a lot of information to tell. I haven't heard yet, but you're going to share a little bit of it, right?
Yeah, a little
So,
bit.
okay.
But anyways, we are actually, this is our morning boost. I don't
Yeah.
know what.
She doesn't know. She's going to like it. She's going to like it a lot better than the Bloody Mary. But
Okay, so
it's coffee with some other stuff. Try it. You'll like it. Iced latte. Seriously, the stuff comes from the dollar store. It's absolutely brilliant. It's the greatest coffee. It tastes good. It ain't gonna pep you up or anything, but that's what the alcohol is for. You like it. Now you guys are gonna see a segment a little later that we're now newly introducing,
yes.
which
it's
is
a
gonna be Freak Out Maria.
freak out, yeah.
Yeah, it's Freak Out Fridays. We're
Okay.
gonna freak out Maria, and she's gonna be trying things, and I'm not poisoning her. It would be really fun if you guys get to see that for me to poison her, but that's not what we're doing. Ooh, take it to the dome. Take it to the dome. Take it. Get some.
No, it's morning. You know. Okay, so explain to me what is in here now, since I tried it.
You are having Belvedere vodka with this dollar store. Ain't that funny? You can
Really?
make something really fancy and then mix it with some dollar store stuff. This coffee is delicious.
Oh my
It
God, I
is-
love coffee.
It's so good.
Give me all the coffee that I could have, and I'm loving it. Honestly, let me just pull out my show so I can see if you guys are there, and if not, please be there. Okay.
We got a fun show today, you guys.
It is gonna be a fun
Really
show. I think we're not even gonna touch except the keeping up with the kids. I wanna do that. Hi, Surya. But anyways, listen to this. So this is Freak Out Friday.
I've got a couple of things, and they're all stuff. It's not like, oh, let me just throw some weird stuff with some weird stuff. It's basically food items that people have said, hey, this tastes good together. And I was like, ugh, that don't even match. I've been a restaurant manager for over a decade. Like, how do you put that with that? But it's on these little TikTok trends, and everybody's following TikTok trends. So we're basically having Maria try TikTok likes, and she's going to be blindfolded. So we're also going to add an extra element into it. She's going to be blindfolded. We're going to feed her some stuff, and then she's going to have to guess what she's eating.
Oh, fun.
And she had no idea about this. I was like, I'm going to plan something really weird. But we're going to continue to do this every Friday, and you might get to see her throw up on camera. That's going to be funny. She's not. It's all fresh stuff. It's all la la la. But I've got some plans today, so you guys stay tuned for that segment.
Yeah, here's a funny thing, okay? So this is the Freak Out Friday. Now, she's letting me try things that I never tried in my life. And then, so that's why we call it Freak Out Friday. And we're drinking in the morning. And just
Friday.
Yeah.
It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday then. It's Friday then. I'm sure you guys have all seen those videos. They're hilarious.
But anyways, okay, so there's a lot of things that I want to talk about. First is actually our shucks, I didn't get a copy of that. But anyways, last Tuesday, our Rise and Shine Las Vegas, you actually experienced the rattlesnake, famous rattlesnake pasta with Chef Tarantino. And you know, this guy, it's not boy, he's old. This guy who actually has been living in Georgia, originally from Boston, and he actually created something famous, now becoming famous, which is the rattlesnake pasta. I invited him here in Las Vegas. Well, I don't know if I tell you the story. Okay, so he is going to be a guest on my friend's show, Vegas Ninon. No, it's the other show. Ninon Speaks. It's another show, not the Vegas Live with Ninon. So he actually said hi to me on my business page, and I said, "What you guys do? I love what you guys do." Blah blah blah. So we start talking on the business page, talking with social media shows, not Maria yet. All right. So. On the message, the social media show says, "Thank you so much for reaching out to us, blah, blah, blah. Do you want to be on Maria's show?" And he said, "Who is Maria? So can you connect me with her?" So I, on the social media show's page, I gave the link of Maria's personal page. So he went into my page, my personal page, and he said, "Oh my God, you're freaking gorgeous." I said, "No, I already know that," which is my response to everybody when they tell me that. So we start talking, and then he's like, "Oh, I want to be on your show." I said, "Are you from Las Vegas?" And he said, "No, I'm from Georgia, but we can do Zoom." I said, "Sweetheart, I don't do Zoom on Let's Talk World. You gotta be here to be interviewed." Oh my God, it's a big challenge for him. 3 days after, he booked his trip to Las Vegas.
That's awesome. And it was a great show. That's awesome. Kudos.
So when he booked his trip on, I think it's a 15, and he came on the 22nd. No. Before that, he booked it in the beginning of June. We're talking for 3 weeks over the phone.
Wow.
So anyways, so he came on the 21st, right? On the 21st. And then, before he came, I start booking him. I called ABC5 because they actually feature him in Georgia. The ABC channel in Georgia. No, the ABC 13 here went to Georgia and featured him to the channel here. So he's been featured on ABC 13 here when he was in Georgia. So I created him a press release, letter and everything, sending to everybody. That's why he is fully booked. And I was like, I hope not everybody will call because we are not gonna have enough time, right? Because originally he's supposedly here for 2 days only. But when everybody was like, "Hey, want to meet this famous chef, blah blah blah," I started, like, kind of like anxious now because we only have 2 days.
Right. Yeah.
He's here for business with us too, with social media shows, and I'm counting. I'm like, I know how the days goes by so fast. So I was like, dang. And he's like, you know what, Maria, I'm gonna extend another day. I said, can you figure out if you can extend another day for my stay? I said, I don't have your itinerary. I don't know nothing. So you gotta have to do it. So he said he's gonna do it on the airport, and he didn't do it. So when he was here, we are on the phone, hotels, everything, flight and everything. We are a half day on the phone, and we are half day on the line to check in.
Right.
So the day just went by. But anyways, so we start calling. I got him a really good rate on tickets. He moved it to today. Instead of extended 1 day, he extended 3 other days.
So he's now leaving today.
He left 7 this morning.
Wow.
So anyways, and then we
Safe
are
travels.
yeah, that's he's in the air right now. But yeah, that's what happened today, and it's just totally a blast. And I just want to read his last text before he actually went to the plane, and it's really really amazing. And this is what hospitality is all about. And you know, whatever you put in there, you will get back more. And the message alone for me is just literally melt my heart. And I'm mean, okay? So he said, thank you, Maria. I truly had a blast, and you made it a perfect one, a perfect trip. And he said, I'll be praying for you and praying for your company. I can't wait to come back out to do the Tuscan experience. Tuscan experience is he cook for a couple, he cook for different people, just to and give you the really nice experience. That is his services back in Pennsylvania, Boston. A lot of people he cook around around the U.S. for this Tuscan experience. So if you guys wanna try that, oh my God, you guys gonna love it.
Yeah, and just based off of that, I mean, the dish he made after 10 minutes was the greatest food.
Oh my God.
It was so good.
And yours, you
So-
never had that bite, that spice.
I don't know, I missed that. But that's what's funny is everything I eat is incredible. It has to be spicy. If I go to a steakhouse, I'm like, you guys got some Cholula? So it's, for it not even having the spice that I require to eat, it was still absolutely fantastic.
God, yeah.
And I did try to make it when I got home. It didn't work, which is why you need chefs to actually do it for you. I watched the video and I went, cream? And I went to the grocery store and I said, do you guys have any heavy cream? And the cute little kid, he had to be like 17, he goes, we have half and half. So I bought half and half, and I tried to make fettuccine rattlesnake with half and half. It was terrible.
Did you watch the show so that you can follow his direction?
Yeah, I remember that, but I didn't remember, so I just rewatched the video, and I said, okay, these are the ingredients. But the kid said half and half is the same, but I've never heard of heavy cream, other than when you're making biscuits. So I was like, oh, this kid knows his stuff. He said half and half. I said, okay, that'll work.
You did a wonderful job actually on Tuesday. I'm totally satisfied, and I couldn't think of any person that could do the show but you.
It was really fun, and thank you for having me there. So, cheers, you
And by
guys.
the way, she's gonna be a guest on Vegas Live with Ninon too.
Yeah. Yeah, whenever that happens.
Oh, I'm gonna send it soon.
Ninon she was absolutely fantastic. I think that show slightly turned out into a talk porn show. She is wild, and I am too, so that is... When I'm in here, I have to keep my legs crossed for talking properly, but I feel like me and Nina would just be inappropriate.
It's a phenomenal show. You guys have to watch it. The Rise and Shine on Tuesday with a cook off with Chef Tarantino, the famous rattlesnake pasta creator. Yeah, it's amazing. But I was gonna go to the news, but I have so many things that I want to talk about. It's just literally
She's had a busy
phenomenal.
week.
I have a busy week. All right, so one of the things I want to talk about last night, um, Chef Tarantino has been in Vegas for 5 days. Brought him to every different places that you could see. Well, not everything. It's not enough time for 5 days, especially when you're doing business and then guesting to different shows. Um, and then last night, no, he said, I came here for social media shows and I never seen your studio. So I said, we have a meeting. We have actually a red carpet event tonight, our premiere movie. I'll talk to you guys about that later. But anyways, we came here last night. Being him innocent was what is going on in this studio. He sat down where Tammy was sitting down, and we are actually drinking. We are drinking this drink supposedly not in this table, but I thought last night I think it would be good in the morning
That's
show.
perfect for morning.
Exactly. So anyways, we were drinking.
They'll find us a sponsor. Like here you go, here you go.
Pay
here you
us,
go.
okay? So anyway, so we were
Yeah.
drinking here, and while he's sitting down here, he said, "How does this work?" Boom! I clicked the stream, and I start saying, "Hey, what this guest doesn't know is we are being streamed live right now," and before we came here, I connected all the stream to his own page. So, and then I said on the camera, and the second thing that my guest doesn't know is this is being streamed on his pages.
Boom. She did it.
And then he starts sweating. Because imagine me being silly with the drinks in the table. And I try not to cuss anymore because I learned my lesson last night. I try not to cuss. In his show, I cannot cuss. So, all right, so I stream it and he starts sweating, and then I start interviewing him around 5 minutes, 6 minutes. And then the good thing about this was I didn't turn on the stream on his pages. So it's not being streamed anywhere.
That's perfect.
So he felt so relieved. But you know what? But that's good. Should be a really good. They got punk kind of thing.
That's like you're the new Ashton Kutcher. That was a good show.
Yeah.
You could be
Yeah,
the
I know,
next one.
right? Yeah.
You could be the next one.
Oh my! I know, right? But anyways,
Never been a female version.
yeah. Well, I just this. I can talk for 2 hours because there's a lot.
Well, fill up the time.
All right.
What you want to talk about?
Okay, so here you go. I was telling her earlier before we get on that I said it earlier in the beginning that I felt like I did the things that should be doing for the last 20 years of my life. I did it in 5 days. I did so many things that I couldn't imagine that I would do it. Chef Tarantino is from Georgia, came to Vegas after 28 years, and start like, what is this town? I never seen this town. That's what he said. Because he literally, like, you can see his eyes opening for everything. I brought him to, yeah, I know, isn't that one?
That's so cute.
This is so cute. So, on the first night, I'm gonna say this. He is so gentleman and so nice to say, because I was gonna dive into business right away, right? When I pick him up at the airport, let's eat a little bit, sit down and do business. That's me. And then he said, I think I wanna go to Caesars and I wanna take you out for dinner.
Yeah.
And I said, sure, you know me, when it says dinner into a nice restaurant, yes, let's go, because I'm that kind of person.
Right.
Like, if you tell me a nice restaurant, if you tell me McDonald's, we say no. So anyways, I said no, and he said, it's gonna be a date. I said, let me think about that.
But he was really cute and he had a cute accent. Why not?
So anyways, so we went dinner, we walked down the strip that I haven't done for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And the few last time that I went to the Las Vegas Strip, I am in my sixth.
Oh,
Okay.
you and them heels. Y'all see I got my flats.
Guess what?
Mm-hmm.
For the first time in my life, I went to the strip with my pants, but I'm still sexy, and my sneakers. I'm so proud of myself.
You should be.
I'm so proud of myself.
Better late than never, because I should have been wearing sneakers a while ago. This was comfortable. Everybody knows if you walk the strip in heels, you're going to get laughed at half a mile down the road.
Yeah.
Every single one of those people are on like World Star, like, look at this girl.
Yep. But anyways, yeah, well, I wear my sneaker, and a few of my girlfriends have never seen me wearing sneakers. They're like, Maria, you didn't walk. We walked from Caesars
Mhm.
to Aria, but we have stops. You know what I mean?
Okay, as
Yeah.
long as you stop.
So, anyways, my girlfriend's like, oh, so you're wearing your high heels? I said, nope, sneakers, and they're like, holy cow! A lot of my girlfriends was like, really, Maria is walking with her sneakers.
Well, they now have those machines out there, by the way, for women who get thinking they can walk a mile in somebody else's
Really?
shoes. They have kiosks now where you can get roll up little flip flops, like the ones I'm wearing.
Oh my god!
And they're just like in a little ball. You roll them up. You go to the kiosk. You pay your $13, and boom, here comes your little flip flops.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Only in the high end ones.
And that's a lady beats.
It was.
And if I only knew that, I would have wore my high heels.
That's how you could have done it.
Yep.
That's how you
Yep.
could do it.
So the other things that we did. Oh well, even though I did that at the strip on Wednesday night after my show Let's Talk World. On my Let's Talk World, I always wear fancy, sexy Filipino thing, right? So I brought me a clothes to the chains after that because I know that we're gonna go to Fremont.
But you was down by my house,
Uh,
and you didn't tell me.
oh shucks, I'm so busy. I know, freak, but that's okay because we're gonna party tonight. So, anyways, I was in my high heels walking down like a stripper at Fremont Street, and I'm proud about it because I did my sneakers the other night. So I deserve to actually look like a hooker at Fremont Street. And who freaking cares? We are in Las Vegas.
It's true. That's what we're drinking on
And
Friday.
and you know what? I think it's pretty fun to actually. Oh my God! Somebody said go to the strip in pajamas. I think
I do it all the time. I was there
would do
last
it.
night in pajamas.
Oh my God! I would do that. I honestly, it's like people see me this kind of like fancy kind of thing woman, all the time, but I can go down anywhere without makeup, without high heels. I can go with my pajamas. One time, believe it or not, I was actually in my robe in the convenience store.
What were you getting? Yo, if you need those two things, you definitely don't matter what you're wearing.
So yeah, I and the convenience store by my house actually knows me well. They know I can they know me well, so that's fine. So yeah, well on Wednesday we walk in at see, that's the other thing that I did in my life is wear like my skirt is like up to my ass. That's how short it is. And then I have a tube that is see-through. Like the only one that you cannot see is my boobs.
Right?
Yeah, at that night.
Oh, I was like, I'm looking at you going,
No.
oh, I think you're
This
wearing a
one is
black bra right now. I was
Yeah,
like, what
I'm
is
wearing a bra today.
it? Okay.
And also, so that's the other things that I did that you wouldn't see me do that, and I did it, and I am proud about it. Well, if I go by myself, that's different story. But I have a chef with me, and he is so. It's really funny because he never been to Vegas for 28 years. So when we start walking at the Fremont Street, he was like, what is this? Like literally.
Oh, it's beautiful though. It's a great experience.
It
All
is.
the lights and all the crackheads, and then you got the the musicians
Oh!
and magicians.
Oh, this is pretty cool. I wish I had that video. So there is this rapper, is a impromptu rapper. Oh my god, he is freaking phenomenal. He's from LA, but he was performing on the street at Fremont at that night. So Chef Tarantino pulled out his card and whispered something to the rapper. All of a sudden, he started rapping about the famous rattlesnake pasta cook, blah blah blah, Chef Tarantino. That's what he would start doing in there, and we got it in video. We got it in video. This is the thing. This rapper. Oh my God, he is amazing. He started actually acknowledging everybody in the audience and talking. Hey, your bottle. You are not. You're just turning 21. Cause kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's so. Isn't that funny? And he started doing that, and then he got to me and he said, "This blonde Filipina, blah blah blah," and then. I got the phone. I grabbed the phone, a microphone from him. I said, "I am American." All the freaking audience started laughing.
That's so cute.
Isn't that cute? Yeah. Well, I was gonna say you're racist, but then I think that that would be offend or somebody might react something. So I said, "I'm an American."
That's a perfect comeback to that.
Yep.
By the way, sir, that's great. Yeah, they've got a lot of interesting people out there right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, but it's a really good place. That is our Las Vegas trip. Fremont is now fully open. It's amazing. They have good souvenirs, and prior that night we are actually walking at this Las Vegas Strip. If I compare them, I'd rather go to Fremont.
Yep. It's more life down there. Like, people are literally, broke people are down at Fremont. Because there's not ever been like, oh, the wind, it's all super nice. These people are like, 99-cent shrimp cocktail. Those are the people who are going to have the most fun. And we went into the California hotel last night, literally.
We were there the other night.
Really?
Yeah.
We go there at least twice a week, but we went last
Oh my
night.
God.
Everybody was winning. Everybody was winning. I put in
Oh.
$20. We left with $80, and I was like,
We lost $300 on that night.
oh.
Because I don't gamble, and Chef Tarantino gamble, and he keep on giving me 20. I said, nope, I just want my drink. Nope, want my drink. I don't freaking gamble, because if I lose $20 on that machine, I'm telling you, I'm breaking that machine. I'm taking my $20 back.
It really is an energy thing, I'm telling you.
Yeah, it is.
It's
yeah.
an energy thing. And last night was like a full moon. You guys maybe should have done it last
Oh
night,
my
but
God.
everybody was winning. And nobody ever wins in that casino the way that they were winning last night. So I believe in like energy and
Yes.
that just like everybody's winning. And so we were like,
Oh,
oh,
God.
shit, we're winning. We have enough to pay our
Talking
light
about
bill.
the full moon, right? Well, we are actually in a meeting. I want to talk about this later after the keeping up with the kids. But I just want to say this, that is as sweet as a person who came from a small town in Georgia, right, coming to Vegas, and sweet and gentleman, and then he said, I think we spend so much money in Vegas. I said, you spend money in Vegas. I didn't. But he was like, I think it's time to watch the moon. I like, you can go, dude. No, I'll stay here. Okay? Just give me my Patron.
And that's the issue. Patron is like an energy drink. Out of all the alcohols,
Oh, yes.
Patron is like, I'm not tired. And then you go from like, I'm ramped up to, I want to punch somebody in the face. Because tequila used to be my drink of choice. Now I'm Jack Sparrow. I like my rum.
I know.
Calms me down.
Oh, it's rum. Chef, if you're watching, she like rum. I thought she likes Jack Daniels. That's why I left this here.
Oh, I used to like whiskey. That was it too. No.
Yeah, this is my drink right here.
No.
But
That's a
anyway,
weight gain thing.
so it's been I love you all, but I cannot do it all at once. We gotta have to do what we gotta do for the day, and that's the reason why I forgot to call you too. I would have called you because I know you're in downtown. Yeah, and even Chris is in downtown, and I was like, just my brain is just actually blowing up for things that's happening at that moment. For the last 5 days, like what I said, for the last 20 years of my life, I could have done that in the last 20 years and not being exhausted. No, I just did it in 5 days.
You're a great host.
Oh, thank you.
That's what it is. You're a great host. You're great at a lot of things.
But you know,
she's a great host, and she made sure to show him around, and she got caught up in it.
yeah, it's. I was like, wow. I wear my my sneakers at the walking on the street. I went to a dinner with just pants. I don't normally do that. I always have my freaking gown like that. So it's not really exactly like that. And then I went walking on Fremont Street with my freaking what do you call that? Stripper clothes and stripper shoes. And then I drink 5 nights straight. And this is the 6th night tonight. Cheers.
Cheers, baby. We love coffee with alcohol in it. It's a Friday. And then we have stuff to do tonight, so
Yeah.
we're just getting early prepared, and then we'll go home and take a nap after this.
Do you want to actually
Sandwich.
well, you know what, before we go on a break and we're going to go on the keeping up with the kids after the break.
We didn't even touch on anything else. We can have like 5 minutes. Now we don't have time for it.
No, we do. But before that, I got amazed. I want to thank everyone on my Let's Talk World show last Tuesday. And this will blow your mind. One of my guests, I love you to death, Paul Campanello. He normally, you know, when I have so many guests on my show, I don't have time to read bio. I don't have time to watch all the videos that's been sent to me. We just put it in there and then run it. So I am clueless that I am running. I'll show you. You guys gonna be amazed on this one. And we're gonna be on the thing actually, on the side, and we can kind of talk about it. Ladies and gentlemen, the movie with Taylor Swift. Oh. And my guest,
Is that Kevin Hart?
Huh?
Who's that black guy? Who's that Kevin Hart?
What's that?
I don't know. You don't. What's that? Who's that girl? You don't know who Kevin Hart is?
Yeah. Oh, Kevin Hart is in there too. Yes, that's right.
It looked like him.
No, it is him. So, guys, this is literally a video. One of my guests, I'm trying to make this bigger. One of my guests on Let's Talk World last Wednesday is Paul Campanello. He is in this movie. He actually directed and produced this movie, and he is with Taylor Swift. Wasn't that cool?
That's absolutely. I love Taylor Swift. For anybody watching, black people do like Taylor. Taylor, we love you.
Yeah, we love you.
Seriously,
I like
yeah, she's just phenomenal.
That's Paul
And
right there.
boyfriend's back in a car. I love her.
That's Paul. He is on my show. Oh, Campanella, Paul. I'm sorry. And he's gonna be with us tonight on the premiere of a movie. We will be talking about it at the end because we do actually public viewing from 7 to 8. Private viewing is 6 to 7.
Public viewing? What does that even mean? Are they just standing there where people can walk past? What does public viewing mean?
I have no clue what does that mean.
I don't know. You said it.
That's what they thought, man.
Man of Toussaint's public viewing. And then they walk off. What the hell does that mean?
I don't even know.
So
honestly.
you guys have to watch just to see what that even means because we're both unaware of what a public viewing
we are
means.
just invited to be pretty out there, so that's all. We're just gonna be standing out there being pretty.
You will do that. I will eat my Cheetos.
Oh, and then we're just gonna be pretty and looking on these big Hollywood actors walking in, and we're gonna say, "Hi, I'm Maria. Hi, I'm Tammy. Hi, can I interview you?"
And they'll let us. I'll wear something a little.
Oh, they love that. You know, artists are freaking. You know, they are actors, movie actors for a reason because they love to be actually in the camera. So they will. And plus, damn it, I forgot to ask the list. And plus, we already have a list of people to be interviewed.
Oh,
So they will be feeding us. We don't even need to go and ask people.
this is gonna be really fun then.
It
Okay.
is gonna be fun. That's why I want you there, because I just seen your talent last Tuesday. Well, I already know that you're talented, but then when it comes to that kind of, like, you are freaking like fast like me, like, oh no honey. Yeah, it's just crazy.
We'll make it work. It'll be funny.
Yeah.
It's all about the fun, guys. Because they're probably like, oh, the same questions. Like, what are your dreams? Like, who cares? We've heard that 8 years ago.
Exactly. Who cares what your dreams? I think it's better to say, who do you want to be when you grow up?
You know who I loved? I don't
What?
know if you even heard of her, but I love Joan Rivers.
Oh no, I think I heard about him. He's all
Her.
right. Oh, her. Oh shit. Then
Joan Rivers? Holy mackerel.
Then I never.
She was the greatest interviewer that ever existed. She was a white lady mixed with an Asian lady who had sex with a black person and then came up with the funniest jokes and commentary that you've ever heard in your life. And for those who are watching, Joan Rivers, God bless her soul, rest her. She died not too
She
long
already
ago.
dead?
but She did. She lived to like 119, but she was the. You never heard of Joan Rivers?
Okay, I'm gonna Google it right now.
Joan Rivers was just.
I think I know her. Let me hold on. Give me a second.
If anybody's watching and knows who Joan Rivers is and likes her, give us a thumbs up. Just say, like, yeah, she was fantastic. She was just so crass and so crude and
Oh, I see
real.
her. Oh yeah.
Well, everybody else was like,
Oh, she looks amazing.
That's what she made fun of herself for. That she did a lot of plastic surgery, but she looked like horse shit.
Really?
But I haven't seen and nobody else can touch Joan Rivers.
Why?
Because her whole entire job was to come out there and ask the questions that nobody else wanted to.
Understand, and I don't know if this is a rumor. A lot of stuff gets in the press, and you don't know if it's real. You were recently on a date where during the date
Is it Howard Stein?
you're not dating guys who die in the middle of
Yes.
That's Howard Stern. Okay.
But that's a successful
Howard Stern.
relationship.
I just pull out something because that way I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Howard Stern. And he's an asshole too, which is why he's behind the mic. But they let Joan Rivers, with her all cut up face, get on the red carpet. And she was the best interviews to watch.
Wow.
Everybody was like, do you love your fans? And Joan Rivers like, your face looks like 2 ham hocks got squeezed between a butt of bacon. She was the funniest person.
Oh my god, can I? Oh well, you know what? One of the actually producer of this show that we're premiering tonight told me that be you, and I told him that I might say, can you please tell everybody that I might say something that offend them, and he said, Maria, if my actors, if my crew and my cast doesn't have a thick skin, then they shouldn't be working with me.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, exactly right.
That's beautiful.
I said, really? Sure. The only thing that you cannot do is you cannot cuss every single second.
Did you know, though, that swearing in between sentences is actually a sign of intelligence?
Yeah, I
People
heard
didn't know that. It's
Yeah.
a scientific thing.
Oh my god, yeah.
Just saying. So fuck that noise.
Yes, fuck it.
Just saying. You
No,
look that up. People were like, "Oh, he sounds so stupid." Actually, no. It's
it
a sign
does.
of
It does.
intelligence.
Google it because it's right there.
It is right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
The question is why? Why does that happen?
what's that?
Well, why do we know that there's a bunch of other words that we can use? Why do we choose?
I don't know. Tell me.
Oh, I know my thoughts. I don't know what the scientists are. They don't give you that. They just say that, if you curse a lot. I think I use it as a period at the end of the sentence. Or the starting at the end of the sentence, the capitalized letter. Like, fuck this asshole. Like, now you're like,
Son of a bitch.
you know.
Damn it.
Yeah, you know
know
the emphasis of like, I'm this
Motherfucker.
motherfucking bitch ass. That is just very much that way. And I could say, Robbie was very disrespectful, but you're not going to understand. You're going to be like, oh, you know what? You'll be fine 2 hours later. But if I called it, fuck that motherfucking fucking bitch, then you get it. Then you understand I'm more than mad. Like, I can pretend to say something emotionally and be like, this is fine, but I'm upset. But if I be like, this motherfucker could burn in hell, then you'll be like, dang,
Damn,
what?
yes.
She's serious. And so I
Yes.
think that's why intelligible people have to resort to that. Because it's not like we go into the grocery store and be like, give me them motherfucking navel oranges. I need a pound of those. You don't do that.
Exactly.
But when you're mad and you use it in that term,
I used to say like that motherfucking douchebag.
there you go.
And then one of I remember this is when I was a executive, right? I said that in front of the other executive, and like the motherfucking douchebag, and because when I started with that company, I am just a regular employee, and they thought that they can run over me. They don't see me as a strong, willful woman, and then when I graduated, I become an executive. And then they still look at me like a naive Filipino doesn't know shit, right?
Yeah.
So one time I walk into the like on our conference. We're not having a meeting. We're just having fun there. And then I walk in and I said, "That motherfucking douchebag." They all freaking look at me like in awe. They couldn't believe that Maria is talking like this, and I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "Nothing."
Exactly.
Never heard you say that before. I'm like, I learned fast.
It's a you know, what do you call that? It's a punctuation at the beginning and the end of a sentence, just to let people know you ain't fucking around.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I love you.
Yeah, it's
You know, you have to mix the two in, because otherwise, if you're just like, I'm very upset that today didn't go the way it should have, and exactly, nobody showed up. The people are like, that person's too emotional.
Yeah.
So you have two ways, because if you come in that way, you're still gonna be seen as emotional.
Yeah.
If you fucking start cursing and all of a sudden, like, fuck this,
You
were
gain
late,
respect.
you were late. Now all of a sudden people are like, oh, I'm scared of her. I'd rather people be scared of me than to go, she's too emotional. You know, just be scared of me.
I was been telling that cursing. Somebody said cursing is a verbal enhance when used properly.
Yeah, when used properly.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Fuck that bitch and her mama. They can, and then whatever you want to fill in the rest. You could use it in such a way, but even just randomly, like, you know what, Bob, I really don't feel that today's meeting went very well. I think that you fucked off last night and you stayed out too late. And just that fuck, all they hear is like, oh, oh. So there's plenty of ways in which you can make this very appropriated for the conversation, but just to throw in, and what I call it is, you guys seen that guy who like cooks and he like throws salt on the meat like this?
That's your cursing.
You're just sprinkling it on there. You don't want to use it too much, because then you sound like a crackhead. But you just throw a little bit on there, like, you know what?
Bit, yeah. It's to tease them and letting them know that, you know what, you're not playing around with.
There it is.
Yeah.
And you gotta say it in the right way.
Yeah. Yeah. But anyways, it's time for a commercial break because I cannot wait. Oh, do you want to do something a little bit for the news?
Oh, local news.
Yay.
Housing market is coming back because a lot of people are in foreclosure, so it's the perfect time if you guys are looking to buy.
Oh my God, who's buying house right now?
Well, no, a lot of people are coming in. It's the summer, and that's the weirdest reason for people to come here, because it's like, it's only gonna be 100 and some degrees.
Oh.
But
On.
all the people who had to go out there, and the managers and the owners of companies and businesses and houses, who had to go through the whole eviction process for people who weren't paying their bills, it's finally come to fruition, which means that there are a lot of houses right now that are really cheap because these owners have had to pay so much.
Do you know how many months ago we don't have any housing? Everybody.
Yeah, they bought it all up. And now we just now hit the forecast of, well, now we're getting to, because they give people about 4 months, and then some people got a 6-month extension when this happened. So now the end of June is exactly now where the people are getting evicted, and the county has now met the needs.
I see those all eviction, and people are, for the past few days in my in our place, I seen so many people moving into places. I'm like, what's going on? I hope it stops now because I don't like that garbage can filled up with boxes.
No, but it's that time. So you got about a couple more months before things pick up again. But the foreclosures have finally, since they offered that foreclosure acceptance for people to say you've got about 4 to 6 months to elongate your rental payments, the county finally said, now we're going to crack down, and now we've given you a week to get out of your place. And so they've now gotten through the month of June to where if you were one of those people who didn't pay your rent and the county Las Vegas gave you the opportunity to lag on your rent, boom.
No,
Now they're finally booting people out because it's legal, and they're throwing your shit on the curb. And so now there's going to be a lot of places that are up for foreclosure. So this would now be the time, if you guys are waiting for that little housing burst or drop off to happen. It is now. You guys can probably expect that till the end of July.
That is really funny because I thought, I know that it's the end of the June. I remember reading that they're giving you a leeway until end of the June. But well, I honestly during the COVID I never been late of any rental. I remember when I got my first big check from the unemployment when we just got laid off. I went to my landlord. I remember I owe them 3 months because of the unemployed get backed up. Remember,
Right.
so as soon as I get my big check, I went to my landlord and I said, "Here's 7,000, something." And he's like, and they love me. By the way, my landlord love me to death, and they will take me over and over again. But anyways, so she was like, "Maria, you can just pay it in increments." I said, "No, no, 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 no. I have nothing to do with this money. This is not my money. It was given to me by the government. Now I have to pay my debt."
Yeah.
And she's like, "No, Maria, you take care of your family first." I said, "No, sweetie, please take them. Please take them." So I never been late with any payment during the COVID after, So anyways, on I believe March, I've been still looking on the kind of news. So I know that the end of June they will stop that already, that leeway. And I put my mindset that the leeway already ended in
Right.
March, not June. March. So I don't know why people is still thinking that this is gonna be extended or there another thing. No, Wally, this is. Are you kidding me?
Stack it up. You have to. If you
Stack
were
it up.
lucky enough to get money and really think about your mindset, your ass should have been putting away that money.
Yeah,
That's it.
put away that money for another rainy days.
And a lot of people had that opportunity. People who didn't have rainy day money got rainy day money and went out and bought Nikes.
Yeah.
Well, enjoy being out in
Or
the
buy
streets
that
with your Nikes.
Lamborghini, or they went to a freaking 20,000 trip.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, no, don't spend that much money. You can go to trip. I never been to a trip.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Well, when everything opens up, we'll have to plan a trip together, girl. We will be all right in
Oh
Paris.
no. Oh my God, let's go Cancun.
No, we would get killed.
No.
No, they
We're
don't.
too tough.
No,
And
we
we're
were
too
too
pretty.
cute. That's what I'm saying. We
Yeah.
would get killed.
No, when
We get snatched up.
Oh really?
Unless you know an ugly friend, we can invite an ugly friend.
We
I provide the chicken. You provide the steak.
No,
we would
if
need
we-
somebody to offer the fish. We need an ugly friend to go with us. They could take her, and then we could run faster. That's the only way that works in Cancun. Because people think Mexico is all like, no. They will tell that we were Americans. You got a Filipino, a black girl, and a white girl. They're
Filipino
like,
with a freaking blonde hair. Yeah.
are they a girl band? Like, they're going to snatch us up real fast. We wouldn't make it a day out there. Don't get it twisted.
Oh my God. Well, you know what? You mentioned about hot in Vegas. Where do you think is the weather today? How hot is it, sweetie?
It's like 97 right now. Because it was hot this
I think
morning.
it's 90.
Nice, you tell. It's way hotter than that.
Really?
It was so hot. And I don't have AC in my car, so I can feel the actual heat.
Oh.
What is it? Shoot.
Let's do it.
All right.
How hot is it?
It's
Tell us. We want to know.
Yeah. It's 90. Well, because even when me and Chris were doing it, his thing said it was cooler. Mine said it was hotter. So I think mine
What is it?
is going off of black heat. What? You were right. Mine says 90.
I didn't look, okay? I was so busy today. I gotta have to get up early to bring a chef to the freaking airport.
Just so y'all know, black people are always 10 degrees hotter, so I was still correct.
But we are hot.
Black people, everybody who's black, it's like when you wear black clothes, you sweat more. It's the same thing with black people. We get hotter faster.
It's
so,
really funny that I
thought it was.
yeah, I still wear black on this heat.
You should,
Especially
though.
if it's sexy.
Yeah, but you should be wearing covered up clothes too, because your skin should not be exposed.
I
You want to
know.
sweat, right? Like, people are like, "Ew, that's gross." Actually, no, it's saving your life. You probably want to wear long sleeves. So.
Long sleeve. I know it's hot outside. Just be careful. Bring a lot of water bottle. Drink your 8 bottle of water every day because it will keep you
Hydrated.
Mm-hmm.
You could get away with 5. Throw some lemon in there. If you can squeeze some lemon water, that will save your lives for sure. And that's
Especially when
actually-
you're drinking.
Yeah, exactly. More or less when you're drinking. If you're drinking and you put some lemon water in there, you're good.
You're good, yeah.
So I was gonna
I
touch
have-
on that with keeping with the kids. Not that they should be drinking and drinking lemon water, but how important it is for them to have the lemon water. So
I've been drinking. I've been drinking since Monday. Today's Friday now, and still drinking, right? And I'm still drinking tonight. I don't know about tomorrow. I'm trying to take a day off tomorrow, but I've been drinking every night for the past 5 days, and I had a hangover every morning.
do you know the greatest hangover cure?
Those blackberry, those berry. Oh no.
Oh, okay. So we're going to take a break. And when we come back, before we start our segments, I'm going to give you guys the #1 hangover cure that's actually going to work. And no, it does not involve herring or rubbing a lemon underneath your armpit. None of that
What the
weirdness.
heck? That's
Oh, yeah.
disgusting.
I have studied this for a decade. I will give you
Ooh,
guys
she
the
knows
#1 way. So
Now
stay
I am
tuned for
curious.
that. Stay tuned for that. You ready for
We
a
will
break?
be right back. Yes.
See you guys. Mwah.
That's amazing.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
As we continue to grow and build a brand, social media shows continue to develop and discover new possibilities to help one another. Our affordable services will help us move to the next level of our journey. Host your own show to inspire or entertain others for as low as $150 per month.
You have 20 shows a week, live stream. Yes,
We are looking for sponsors. We showcase your business products and services on our network to be seen by your target market for as low as $200 a month.
That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations.
Let us promote and advertise your event, giving your venue the red carpet treatment. This platform allows venues that feature entertainment, singers, bands, DJs, comedy, fashion, corporate events, and family events to be showcased in a new direction that also involves your audiences starts at $200 an hour. We also provides video editing, website builder, commercial video for your business, music videos, photography, provided by our affiliates. As we build our community, we pay it forward. Our nonprofit organization GI Connections is all about giving back to our community. Join us create outreach programs to help our community and live a happy, peaceful, and unity. Let us bring the world to you.
Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. Join us now. We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations. So get your brand ready for digital monetization, for we are looking for sponsors, which will bring more traffic to your business and ultimately mean more sales. So let's bring the world to you. Inquire now.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York, so his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing, as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation-club.com can give you the right experience without all the hassle. Enjoy the VIP experience that only World Ventures provides.
Listen, check it. Try to feel a bridge, instead I burned it down. I tried to lift him up, but found me beaten down to the ground.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
As we continue to grow and build a brand, social media shows continue to develop and discover new possibilities to help one another. Our affordable services will help us move to the next level of our journey. Host your own show to inspire or entertain others for as low as $150 per month.
You have 20 shows a week, live stream.
We are looking for sponsors. We showcase your business products and services on our network to be seen by your target market for as low as $200 a month.
That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations.
Let us promote and advertise your event, giving your venue the red carpet treatment. This platform allows venues that feature entertainment, singers, bands, DJs, comedy, fashion, corporate events, and family events to be showcased in a new direction that also involves your audiences. Starts at $200 an hour. We also provides video editing, website builder, commercial video for your business, music videos, photography, provided by our affiliates. As we build our community, we pay it forward. Our nonprofit organization GI Connections is all about giving back to our community. Join us create outreach programs to help our community and live a happy, peaceful, and unity. Let us bring the world to you.
Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. Join us now. We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations. So get your brand ready for digital monetization, for we are looking for sponsors, which will bring more traffic to your business and ultimately mean more sales. So let's bring the world to you. Inquire now.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York, so his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing, as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation-club.com can give you the right experience without all the hassle. Enjoy the VIP experience that only World Ventures provides.
Listen, check it. Try to build a bridge, instead I burned it down. Oh,
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
As we continue to grow and build a brand, social media shows continue to develop and discover new possibilities to help one another. Our affordable services will help us move to the next level of our journey. Host your own show to inspire or entertain others for as low as $150 per month.
You have 20 shows a week, live stream.
We are looking for sponsors. We showcase your business products and services on our network to be seen by your target market for as low as $200 a month.
That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations.
Let us promote and advertise your event, giving your venue the red carpet treatment. This platform allows venues that feature entertainment, singers, bands, DJs, comedy, fashion, corporate events, and family events to be showcased in a new direction that also involves your audiences starts at $200 an hour. We also provides video editing, website builder, commercial video for your business, music videos, photography, provided by our affiliates. As we build our community, we pay it forward. Our nonprofit organization GI Connections is all about giving back to our community. Join us create outreach programs to help our community and live a happy, peaceful, and unity. Let us bring the world to you.
Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. Join us now. We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations. So get your brand ready for digital monetization, for we are looking for sponsors, which will bring more traffic to your business and ultimately mean more sales. So let's bring the world to you. Inquire now.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York, so his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing, as he made many friends there with whom he had a great time. John recommends that everyone should try this club, as they are the best in business. See how the VIP-vacation-club.com can give you the right experience without all the hassle. Enjoy the VIP experience that only World Ventures provide.
Listen, check it. Try to build a bridge, instead I burned it down. Oh, I tried to lift him up, but found me beaten down to the ground.
Traditional TV is going away. Hollywood is starting to fade. People are demanding real stories from real people. Our voices are now being heard in our own way. Podcasts, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok Live are becoming the norm. Internet TV has now reached the highest demand in human history. Social media shows is now the new media of the century.
As we continue to grow and build a brand, social media shows continue to develop and discover new possibilities to help one another. Our affordable services will help us move to the next level of our journey. Host your own show to inspire or entertain others for as low as $150 per month.
You have 20 shows a week, live stream.
We are looking for sponsors. We showcase your business products and services on our network to be seen by your target market for as low as $200 a month.
That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations.
Let us promote and advertise your event, giving your venue the red carpet treatment. This platform allows venues that feature entertainment, singers, bands, DJs, comedy, fashion, corporate events, and family events to be showcased in a new direction that also involves your audiences starts at $200 an hour. We also provides video editing, website builder, commercial video for your business, music videos, photography, provided by our affiliates. As we build our community, we pay it forward. Our nonprofit organization GI Connections is all about giving back to our community. Join us create outreach programs to help our community and live a happy, peaceful, and unity. Let us bring the world to you.
Live streaming on social media is the best new way to interact and bond with your community. Do you love to encourage, motivate, and empower others, but you do not know how? Well, your opportunity starts with us on social media shows. We have 20 shows a week live streamed across the globe, with a reach of over 80,000 and growing. So you can host your own show, and you can be anything you want to be. So let's bring the community together, and let's bring the world to you. Join us now. We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations. So get your brand ready for digital monetization, for we are looking for sponsors, which will bring more traffic to your business and ultimately mean more sales. So let's bring the world to you. Inquire now.
Good morning, Las Vegas. It's time to rise and shine. And here's your host.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Rise and Shine Vegas.
See, and as I promised when we got back that I would give you guys the greatest hangover cure if you are drinking, which most of us should be because it's Vegas, the banana smoothie.
Banana smoothie.
The banana
really?
smoothie. I'm not kidding you.
Wow.
You take 2 bananas, milk, a cup of milk, 2 banana smoothies, throw some ice in there. It has the highest amount of potassium, and the reason that you actually get a hangover is because your body is deficient in potassium, vitamin B, and obviously water. So I usually do mine with water, so it becomes like a banana smoothie with water. But people who don't want to do that route, because again, you're not doing this necessarily for taste, you're doing it so that your body is able to accumulate those electrolytes and vitamins, and within an hour you're going to start to feel better, and depending on your metabolism, your body's going to process that. And if you have avocados, I definitely recommend that, because again, your body is going to be looking for that fat as well.
Wow.
So that is the greatest cure. It has helped me throughout my decade of drinking.
I love that. I totally love that. I think that's a very great tip. Now I know. I remember like 4 or 5 years ago when I just broke up with my boyfriend, my 8-year boyfriend. I used to go drink like every single night. And I remember one of my friend used to stock this small, I don't know if it's blueberry or blackberry, I'm not sure. Or no, it's not. It's the I think it's the strawberry, this red strawberry probably. I'm not exactly sure. I forgot.
Well, blackberry to strawberry is 2 different things. How you good? It was a berry of some
it's
sort.
A berry.
Of
it's a berry of certain thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So I remember every time we went drinking all night long and we go home, she used to be like making breakfast and then put that berry, whatever it is, I forgot the name, put it in the middle of the table and said, take a lot of them. I said, why? Because it's good for hangover. I'm like,
was it a goji berry?
I forgot. That was
like little, like it looks like little bulbas, basically.
I think
you know what bulba is?
Yeah. No, I forgot.
Oh, I can't wait to torture you today for Freak Out Fridays. Goji berries are very well. If you guys have that in your area, we don't really sell those. Berries, I would stick away from the other fruits like. It's very high in sugar, which may give you a high initially, but then you'll have a really faster crash if you're having a hangover. So as far as the banana smoothies,
I think I'm gonna take that starting tomorrow because I'm drunk. I'm gonna be drunk tonight.
It's weird. And for ladies out there, if you're gonna know you're gonna drink, make it a sex game. Like go out to the bar with a banana and then you have 2 shots and then pull out a banana and shove it in your mouth. It's gonna save you in the morning. And greasy foods. Bacon and eggs is very true because it's also going to give you the necessary fats. It's going to slow down your lymphatic system as well, while the potassium is able to take its place in your body, and so everything's going to just sort of work in synchronization. So if you are able to do those 2 things, have your greasy foods as well as a high potassium, that's going to save you guys from a hangover the next morning. And of course, it's say it enough, people don't really listen to it, but for every shot that you have,
water.
Yes, you want to have a cup of water. And a cup of water is literally like to here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it's not that much. When you think of like a cup, you think this much, and you're like, oh, it's too much water. No, it's about the halfway mark. And that is a measurable cup size of a cup of water. So just as much as you chug that shot down, chug a shot of water. And that's really going to save you after every time you do it.
I'm a testimony. My testimony for water after every drink is literally real. I did drink my record-breaking shot, 21 shot from 8 p.m. to probably 2 a.m. 21 shot. And people couldn't believe that I did that. But let me tell you, my secret is water shot. Water shot.
Well, did you know that your body literally can only process 1 shot an hour? So your body can actually only process 1.5 ounces of alcohol. So that's why you wake up fucked up the next morning, excuse my language, is because even when you're asleep and you're thinking like, oh, this is it, your body is still going, well, I have now another 16 shots to process. And you're still processing it. So you want to make sure that as soon as you wake up, you do catch it at that midpoint, like, and then cut it off at the bat and put something in your body, whether it's high in potassium, high in vitamin C, and that greasy diet.
Yeah, that's so, banana smoothie would be.
A lot of people don't know that. Your body literally, the liver can only process, and it's a blood barrier situation. So your blood literally can only detox, which is how you get fucked up, is detoxing that alcohol through your liver and through your kidneys. You can only do an ounce to an ounce and a half, and that's a shot. And if you go to those nice like salsa clubs, it's 1.5 ounces. But depending on where you are, it's usually about 1 ounce. But you can only process that every single hour. Wow. So if you have 5 shots in an hour, you're still gonna be drunk 5 hours. Give it some time. Just wait. You're going to get a little more tipsy and a little more tipsy. But a lot of people don't do that, which is why you have people who are in Vegas who are like, yeah, let's party it up. And they're passed out at 10 o'clock, and you're like, it's only 10, bro.
That doesn't make sense. You just miss the real fun.
Yeah, because your body's going, we're having trouble keeping up with this. But realistically, that's what it can process. And then the rest of your organs have to try to dilute those. And so now everything is in a full-fledged just... Yeah, and it's a disaster.
It is. Yeah, I am really, really very responsible of how much I drink. I can drink actually, when we were here last night, 3 shots at one time. 3 shots. Boom, you see this? 3 shots. And then I went to my meeting, kind of freaking buzz. Right. And then I thought I love Scott and Cindy, love you both. But anyways, yeah, I'm like 3 shots at one time. I'm here, and I'm glad that I have a driver. Mr. Tarantino is driving me, and driving me nuts. You're gonna learn about the driving me nuts later. It's gonna be so freaking funny. But I don't wanna actually take over Tammy's show because you know what? Keeping up with the kids.
Right. After we just talked about alcohol.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's the wrong timing, huh? You know what? Kids are made when parents got drunk. So I think it's connected.
It is true. It's a lot of that. We make bad decisions. For this week's segment, I'm just really going to touch base. This was something that we were going to cover in local news, but it felt more relevant to bring it in for the Kids Corner. So there was a couple here in Vegas, 16 and 17 years old, an interracial couple, Caucasian and Hispanic. And those two children decided that because the parent, the father, did not like their interracial dating, and for whatever reasons, whatever, that the girl was able to convince the boy to stab the father 70 times. Now,
Is this the one?
that's them. There you go. They are the murderous couple. Now, what I wanted to bring into this segment today was just to bring that you really now have an opportunity, because you have about 2, maybe 3 months, depending on the grade level that your kid is in, to really talk to them about their beliefs and what they want. And we've all seen these movies about puppy love. And no matter what you say, the kids are still going to sneak out the house. And now it's gotten to the point of where they'll kill you. So they will, like, these kids murdered to be together. So it's like the opposite of Thelma and Louise, or if you guys have seen the movie True Crimes. They're on this murderous spree because very people who should have been able to understand that, first of all, it's puppy love. They're probably not going to be together until they're 21. Mm-hmm. Just wait it out. They're going to like whatever they like. Oh, they're obsessed with unicorns. Now they're obsessed with the Hispanic boy down the street. Maybe it'll be an Asian kid next week. You just really have to be able to go with the flow. And I think that with all the race baiting that's happening in the world right now, that it is imperative for the parents to know that their children are going to be exposed to a lot of different races, to a lot of different situations, and to allow them to have that experience. It wasn't until I started dating white men that I was like, oh, you guys really like hot dogs, and ugh. That was like, my mom was broke, like, but they're like, no, we like it, we grill it, and I was like, ugh, and I like it, right? You learn a lot from other cultures. You can't stay in the same culture.
Interracial relationship is very important.
It is. Yeah. It really is, and you can't at that moment place your ideals of how you were raised on your children, because it might get you killed. I mean, that's just it. Those kids were like, it wasn't like this little girl's like, I hate my dad, he abuses her, he touched her. It was nothing like that. It was like the father just couldn't understand that she wanted to be in love. And what you can't understand is that the rational thinking of a 16-year-old is like, get my dad out the picture, I'm going to be with you forever. And for a kid, forever is 6 months, right? They're like, oh, I want to be a piano player. And 6 months later, they're like, well, I want to play guitar. Fuck this. Mm-hmm. And that's just how the mentality, it's a brain mechanism. So while you guys have this opportunity to spend time with your children, because summer is not only hot, but it's a time where they're going to be in close quarters with you in your house. It's too hot for them to go outside. Take the opportunity to find out what it is they like. Show them extra experiences, whether it's via movies or books, to where you can really find out your child, because you don't want to wake up one night with 70 stab wounds because you won't wake up. And there are so many instances in the last couple of months where this puppy love thing, these young individuals are murdering for that expression, for that acceptance. And that just literally means to me that we're just not sitting down to understand. Mm-hmm. And that's going to cause a lot of issues. So, and when you look at the pictures, I mean, she brought it up. You guys can, fast forward through that or rewind. Look at those kids. They're sweet. They don't look like you just wake up like, meh, meh. But love is something that you fight for. Just like the LGBT community, just like in France, you're going to fight for love. And whether it's your depiction of love or somebody else's, it doesn't matter. Because when love and infatuation is there, you're not really cognitively thinking about, well, if I stab you 70 times, we're going to get to be together forever, but we're in 2 separate jail cells forever. They don't have that ability. And so what that really means now is just to really sit down and go, honey, I have my own prejudices. And what I think a lot of parents are not accepting is that your child is not you. Mm-hmm. And the only thing that you can do is allow them to have their own experiences. Mm-hmm. And then to talk to them about that. You really have to be so open to that, knowing that your child is not you. Mm-hmm. They came from you, but all the experiences that they're growing up around were not the experiences you grew up around. Which back in the day for you as a parent, You weren't allowed to do that. You weren't allowed to date outside your race. You weren't allowed to have these, fun parties at college. It wasn't a thing. Now, this generation is. And if you're raising one of these children, you have to understand it has nothing to do with you at all. It has to do with you opening up the door for them to walk in and tell you what they're feeling. And you just listening. Because if you're listening and you're asking the right questions, they're going to solve all these problems that you think may arise for them just because you're listening. Stop trying to tell them stuff. They're adults. And a lot of people don't know, scientifically speaking, at 7 years old, your kid has their defined personality. That's it. So literally, after your kid is at 7, you can basically kick them outside. They can pay rent. They can do whatever. You literally now have a defined psyche for that child. And now all you're trying to do now is to make sure that when they go, you're just you know, they're gonna walk down whatever path. You just have to be behind them in case they fall in to pull them back up. That's it.
You know, that's really funny because I remember back in the my daughter is 19 now, but I, you know, like every parent had a hardship raising a teenager, especially a girl, right? So I really put my time as much as I could with my daughter, doing everything I could to be firm, but maybe not firm enough at that time. But you know, being a parent is, there's no such thing as right or wrong, because I thought that I brought my daughter the best I could with love and understanding and open hand. I never been brought that way. That's why I try to do the opposite with my kids, because I thought I'm a bad kid. That's what I thought, right? And then you look at these kids that you are, I did the opposite way of how my parents brought me, and still they did the same thing as I did back in the day. I'm like, and then I realized there's no right or wrong way in bringing up a kid, honestly. So when my daughter is as a teenager, I remember we always have a conversation together, and how many times I said, sweetheart, tell me anything that you want to tell me, I'm here for you. And then my daughter said, well, you don't listen, Mom. I always talk to you, but you don't listen. She thought that I'm not listening. Does that make sense? Like, when didn't I listen? Now I'm questioning myself when I didn't listen. So anyways, every time we have a talk, and then I keep on telling her, no, honey, I'm listening. You just come to me and tells me. So most of the time, she comes to me and said, Mom, I'm going to tell you something. I don't want you to freak out. And let me finish before you say anything. So I sit down in there and then start listening. Wait until she finish before I say something. And when I say something, it's wrong. Every time something coming out from my mouth, she thinks it's wrong. But I gave her the chance. See, it's a communication. The good thing about this, though, the good part about this, we both realize, her growing up, she's now 19, we both realize that we are both correct and wrong on the same time.
Can I mention something?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because people like to say you don't have kids, and I go, well, I've spent 10 years restaurant management and 10 years teaching kids. I spend more time with your children than you do. So yes, I am a parent, and I'm more responsible because I lose my livelihood.
And like what you said, you spend more time, and I keep on saying this to a lot of parents, honey. We spend less time than the teachers that being with our kids. They know our kids better than we do.
Yes.
So I agree with you. You are a parent with a lot more kids than we do.
Literally the word parent. And rent. Yeah, I'm rented. And so it is my responsibility to make sure that your kids are sent back to you with some sort of understanding of whatever the topic of the day is. However, I'm just bringing this up in a relation because my husband thought he listened, and we've been together for 6 years. He heard things. He could hear certain things you know, they say women have selective hearing.
Yeah.
Where we're like, did you call me fat? No,
Yeah.
babe, I just said maybe we should have a gourmet dinner that's gluten-free. Like, no, you're calling me fat. We have selective hearing as not only people, but as parents. And listening actually entails that when your child is talking, that every word that they're saying, when they say, Mom, this happened to me today at school, you're not thinking about your past experiences. You're not thinking about what's the right things to say. You are literally listening and so engaged that it is now a story that's being told to you, and you are the character that they are. You are now that child. You are not the parent. You are literally listening to them being the lead character of their book. And that's the only way that I can describe it to parents, because I do some psychological stuff with parents and married couples where don't think about the fact that you have to have the right answers, because your experience and who you are is not your kids. Never will be. So nothing that comes out of your mouth that you've experienced and you're like, this will help you, ain't going to help your kids. Period, point blank. What's going to help your kids is that here's their book.
Where were you a few years ago?
I'm just saying.
No, because I love it.
Here's their book, and here's your book. You have to shut your book. Your book is gone. You are old. Nobody cares about your book anymore.
It's gone.
It's gone.
It's back in the day.
But you always, as an adult, as a child, you had a book that you loved. Whether it was Dr. Seuss or Magic School Bus, which I gave you that book.
Yes.
You always had a book, and whatever that is, you were the lead character. You were reading Harry Potter, and you were like, ooh, if I was a wizard. Your child is that wizard. And your child is going through Hogwarts. Your child is going through all these things. So when they tell you, this is what I'm going through, Mom, this is how I'm feeling, it's not, that's how you listen, because you're now putting yourself as that character. And that character is your child. And you don't have to do that with everybody else, because that would be really hard to do. But for your child, you are supposed to be their main character or their supporting character.
Wow.
You're in that book with them, not yours, not anybody else's, theirs.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That's it. That's it. And that's the end of parenting. You don't have to fucking do all this extra stuff. You don't have to, which I'm going to get in Kids Corner, like, build beads with your kids. Hey, no. You're their story. You're in their story. When you pop them out, that's their story. Your story no longer exists anymore.
Yeah. Oh my God. You should be actually Dr. Tammy.
No, I am. I'm a neurolinguistics. Yeah. I do a lot of weird stuff. I have certificates in everything on this planet. But kids, I grew up in a very interesting prerogative, and I thought my mom was a shitty mom and then I turned 20 and I went, she was so great, because she was just like, there are repercussions and consequences for everything you do. And I was like, I can't spell consequences, Mom. What the hell are you talking about? But that's what it was. She would just sit back and let us do it. And then at the end, she'd go, so how did your story end? She'd be like, well, I got suspended from school. And she'd be like, yeah, and I'm not going to spank you. So we'll just spend the next 3 days with you dealing with what just happened. And so it's just that's something that I think, and I've watched and I've facilitated that with other parents.
Nice.
It's your kid's story.
No, yeah, that's like what I said. I hope you were here 5 years ago, because I don't know what. That's the thing, is I admit it that I made along the lines. I made a mistake. I did something wrong. That's why my daughter is acting the way she acts that way. And I literally, what else I can do? How can fix this? Those are the things that's coming up to my mind. And I literally went to the emergency room twice, because that's how much I am devastated with myself. I don't know where I went wrong. I don't know what I did. I remember one time I sent her to jail. I did. And I'm like, it break me into, it break my heart really, really bad, because I wouldn't, but I need to do something to get this straight. So I sent her to jail, and then I